Fantastic day to one and all. This is another dissertation on COP29, the annual conference of the parties. The UN started many years ago, and I just heard, well, the last couple of days I've been listening to the world leaders. I like listening to world leaders. They have really nice speeches. And the Excellency from Albania just had a speech, and it was quite a unique point of view, and I gotta relate that to you if you didn't see it. Basically, they have what's called the Leaders Lounge. These are all world leaders, and they hang out there before they go on to give their little speech. And they're what I like is they're very short and they're very eloquent, and they're all saying the same shit. We need to curb our greenhouse emissions, right? Well, his take on it wasn't his written speech. He said, sitting back there in the leaders' lounge where everyone's eating and drinking and talking, you know, um, networking, I guess, and they have the big screen with the world leaders talking. And his take on it was it's falling on deaf ears. They're not listening, and I don't think the world's listening. It's a very expensive conference. I was at COP27. I'm very happy to have been there and met some amazing people. I'm not there this year. I do have ambassadors of kindness attending, and I hope to bring you more live reports from there. But I was in Sharm el Sheikh, and I know the city spent over $1 billion the 3 years run up to it remodeling the city, and the city's gorgeous. I mean, the pavilions were fantastic, and the streets were lined with beautiful kiosks, and it was $1 billion just for that 10 days, 11 days. So imagine that Baku in Azerbaijan did the same thing, as did Dubai last year, and as will Brazil next year. Well, here's a couple facts that are quite amazing. And it is, again, it must be falling on deaf ears because many world leaders decided not to show. They boycotted it. So I was trying to find out which world leaders they were, and they said about 100 are showing. Well, there happens to be 195 countries, so that means basically half the world's leaders boycotted. And to name a few: France, Germany, Brazil, United States, and King Charles from England are not showing up. The leaders of the country. They might have sent some people in their stead, but it's for leaders to go there and hobnob and network and have some fun, I guess. I don't know. And they're spending $1 trillion a year in climate finance. Now, I have my own spin on this, of course. Climate change is a natural occurrence. It's happened for eons since the dawn of man. Before man, we've had pole changes. We've had a lot of shifts in climate, and we're having another one. But man is contributing to it. Now, if I was able to speak out there, I have a UN speech, by the way, I wrote. If you want to see it, let me know. And I call it use a third less. If we buy a third less stuff, if we use a third less things, if we drive a third less of the time, and 8 billion people do that, I think we've done our fair share. Now, here's an interesting fact that leader, I'm sorry I don't have his name here, said that um, since last COP, it's gotten worse. It's supposed to be getting better with all these world leaders saying, let's do this. What was it? The next country just got up that said their little country is 100% off the grid, and the little countries are doing a lot. The little countries are suffering, of course. In the big countries, if you pollute, you have to pay a carbon tax. So, and if you reduce carbon, you get a carbon credit. So they have some nice things in in place, but it's getting worse. It's not getting better. So he said it perfectly. It's falling on deaf ears. I mean, the people I know spent a lot of money to get there. Companies are spending a lot of money on their presentations, on their booths. It's and they're doing some amazing things. I'm really proud to have known some of the people that are recycling and making incredible things like straws out of stone and straws out of used hay and things out of banana peels and just the most amazing things. But we're spending a lot of money and we're not getting anywhere. So what does that tell you? What does this? What else say? It's increased. Oh, I'm calling this episode WTF. We all know what that means. And as you know, I'm on a mission to save the planet from the what I call the insanity of humanity. Case in point, we're spending billions of dollars on these conventions and trillions of dollars on climate change, and it's getting worse. Go figure. I mean, give me a friggin' break. Uh, we caused the problem. I caused the problem by buying too many boats, by buying too many houses, by buying too many cars, by buying too much clothes. So I'm guilty. I'm sorry, I'm guilty. I don't do it now. I'm a minimalist now, and I'm meeting a lot of minimalists as I travel around the world, professing the three commitments to kindness. They will solve all mankind's problems. If you're kind to yourself, it's a great start. If you're kind to others, we won't have wars. If you're kind to the environment and you follow the third less rule, I mean, corporations don't like me, for sure. If I'm telling you to use a third less toothpaste, Colgate is not very happy. A third less petroleum, Aramco is not very happy. We can get by with a third less. Trust me on that one. There's public transportation. There's walking. There's bicycling to get to work. People working out of their homes, thanks to the scam, the COVID scam, that got people working out of their homes. That was nice. Don't get me started on COVID. That's what set me on my journey. But that's basically that's what I wanted to say about COP29. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend too much more time uh, like I did in 27 because that turned me off. Albania's speech really. Do I want to waste my time? Yes, I do want to waste my time because maybe it will fall on some years. But like you said, the world leaders, they're just getting up there and giving their speech and going back to business, going back to polluting. Some aren't, but imagine only 100 countries showed up. 100 country world leaders. That's terrible. Shame on you guys for not going. Well, I mean, King Charles had an excuse. He's recovering from cancer. Eh, I'm sure he could have attended if he wanted to. President Biden, I'm sure he sent. Well, I know he sent convoy. Americans, you can't not go. But though it's supposed to be the world leaders making. They're supposed to set the example, right? They're supposed to say, "Here I am. I'm President Biden, and I believe that this is an important issue." Blah blah blah. But he didn't show up. Lousy president anyway. Um, in Brazil, for them not to show up, they're hosting it next year, and that means they're spending billions of dollars getting ready for it next year, building pavilions and remodeling the street, making sure it looks nice and pretty. You know, everything's a shambles. And when a president, as an example, goes to visit a little city, let's call it Muscatine, Iowa. Muscatine's going to say, "Oh, we're going to have the president in 2 months." You know what they do? They paint the buildings, they clean the streets, they pave the roads. So they make because the world's going to see the president in Muscatine as an example, and they want it to look pretty. Uh, can't we do this on its own? I mean, it's always people wanting to impress others, and that's important about commitment number one. Don't put on makeup for others. If you like makeup for yourself, that's okay. But to put it on to impress others, we all want to be liked, of course. We all want to be accepted. I want to be liked. I didn't have much love as a child, and maybe I want the world to love me now for what I'm doing. Is there something wrong with that? Shoot me if there's something wrong with that. And I'm doing a fantastic job, if I do say so myself. I get a lot of compliments. I know I'm helping a lot of people. And even if I just help these last 5 years dedicated, even if it just helped one person, isn't that something to be proud of? Helping one person, doing random acts of kindness, or helping one old lady across the street. People, be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the planet. I can't say it often enough. Please join the kindness revolution. It doesn't cost anything. I know that's a problem. People don't respect free. It doesn't cost anything. Just text me your first name, the city of birth, your country, and what you do if you want. You don't have to tell me that either. You get listed on worldkindnesslist.com. And I've got lots of sites, lots of social media out there, lots of positive information, no negativity. This was one of the most negative videos I've probably done in years. But befantastic.today is the main site. Lots of videos, lots of podcasts, lots of my radio show, lots of information, all positive, all to help you, all to help make the world a better place. Then we've got what are the other ones? The Foundation for World Harmony.org and .com both. that has a lot of information. It has the Global Kindness Pledge, which I'm hoping that everyone will adopt because it benefits everyone. It doesn't benefit me; it benefits everyone. If schools say the Global Kindness Pledge, if churches say it, if clubs say it, if people say it in the mirror, it will increase your self confidence. It creates camaraderie when it's said in groups. It fosters, like I say, fosters camaraderie, spreads kindness, spreads positivity, uh, shows you the value of words. The word fantastic is phenomenal. It makes you smile and look fantastic and feel fantastic and reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. Am I getting through? Hopefully, this is the first time you're watching this because I got hours of this shit. I got a lot of hours, and it's all positive. So I cuss in there every once in a while. I like cussing. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so I say some bad words now and again. Not the end of the world, but I'd like to throw some comedy in there too. So I think if I make you laugh a little bit, that might make more sense because nobody cares about kindness. They care about girls with big boobs jumping up and down, people falling, hurting themselves, getting into accidents. They love horrible news. How many people died on the news today? How many earthquakes and volcanoes and hurricanes and catastrophes there were? They love calamity. People love bad news. They tried the Good News Network, didn't work. But they do close. They must have listened to me one time or another. They do close every newscast now with something kind, something positive. It's a little. It's better than nothing. That's for sure. Leaves you feeling great. I guess. I don't know. At any rate, please pass this forward to someone that might help, might put a smile on their face. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I have now, well, I've got 3,500 people on this channel, but today I saw the number and Facebook, which I don't promote. Now I'm going to start promoting it because it has, as of today, 1,000 friends. I've got 1,000 friends out there. That's fantastic. And it's friends that are following the Be Fantastic philosophy, and they're part of the Kindness Revolution, which has the Global Kindness Pledge, and it goes like this. And please say it after me. I think you'll feel that that it'll change your day, put a smile on your face, make you feel better. And if you get your classrooms and your schools and your sports clubs to say this every day, it's going to make the world a better place. I pledge to be kind to and love myself, the first most important commitment in life. I pledge to be kind to and strive to love all others. It's the golden rule. It's fantastic. I pledge to be kind to and love and respect our Mother Earth. That's what COP29 is all about. Not working, but yeah, at least they're trying. And some people are making money because of it. I'm sure the people that are holding the festival. At any rate, and then close it out with, "We are all fantastic. You are fantastic. I am fantastic." It's the Global Kindness Pledge. It's not political. It's not commercial. It's not religious. It's a pledge for our future. And if everyone says that, believe me, we will have a better future. I'm on a goal to save your planet from the insanity of humanity. Join me in my crusade, my mission, my revolution. And with numbers, we might do well. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Let's get a billion of them on board. Can't hurt. At any rate, again, I'll say it again. Hit notification so you can hear these incredible videos. By the way, out of 414 million podcasts in the world, this isn't really a podcast. I have one. It's called The Complete Guide to Kindness. It's the best one on the planet. It really, literally is because I'm interviewing all my fantastic ambassadors, from the billionaires like John Paul DeJoria to people that are trying to change the world like Johan with 195 and 365.com, to doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, love the teachers, farmers. These are all fantastic people that are part of the organization. Ditch diggers, we need the ditch diggers. And we need everyone to be kind. Thanks for watching, and that's 13, 14 minutes, 15 minutes of Dr. Fantastic. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.